Hi guys. Thank y'all for joining me. I'm trying something new, so my camera's facing a different direction, so I really can't tell who's here. So hopefully later I can go and wave to you all. And thank you all for joining me again for another night of meditation. It's so weird. Every time I think about what I'm going to meditate, it always comes to me. And if you joined me last night, I left so anxiously, but I forgot to talk about the moon. So tonight I'm going to talk about the moon and pull another universe card and kind of introduce more different phases of meditation. So I'm hoping that you all are in a comfortable place wherever you're at, and it's quiet and you actually can indulge for a minute. Today we're going to practice a meditation on releasing attachments. This is something I struggle with, and I'm sure a lot of us do every day. And it's easy to allow our bodies to take on so much emotion and not learning how to let go of the attachments to that. I've always been told, and I strongly believe, that the way we feel in the present are from our past experiences through energetic feelings, through karma, or just from holding on to emotion that we're attached to. So if you want to be free from that, tonight's going to be a little exercise and meditation on how you can free yourself from attachments. And it's going to be a small little meditation, and I'm going to introduce some quiet time during that time. My last 3 or 4 meditations have been guided. So today I just want to guide you through releasing of attachments. And we're going to sit for a few breaths on our own without me speaking to allow you to feel that emotion as we go through it. So I forgot to mention, as I said, yesterday was a new moon, so we can still practice the rituals of a new moon. A new moon is a time for us to be reborn, to decide what we want to happen in the next 30 days. For us to begin to start anew and start afresh. So if you haven't already, I invite you to start. I have my journal here, but start a journal after tonight. And if you have time, it's so powerful. And just make note of the things that you would want to start anew, and start small. It doesn't have to be a long list of things, but maybe starting tomorrow, you make an intention to start a project that you haven't started, or cleaning a junk drawer, whatever it is. It could be as trivial as that, but with a new moon, it's a new refresh. So begin to have that sort of thoughts about having a new start to something. And when you think of meditation and mindfulness, there's several different points that make up mindfulness and sort of pillars, and one of them is a beginner's mind. So today, think about a beginner's mind. If you were to go in without any sort of assumptions, what would your beginner's mind, fresh new outlook be, without knowing what you know, without bringing baggage to the conversation? So that's a good journal point. And I'm also going to pick one of our cards for tonight. And I share this every time, but I never knew if there's new people, but it's from The Universe Has Your Back. They're affirmation cards by Gabrielle Bernstein, and they give me so much strength and sort of an affirmation enlightenment for my, kind of sets the intention for the meditation today. So today's card I'll pick, and it says, I honor how I want to feel. I think we've picked this already. It's so weird, this card keeps coming up. I honor how I want to feel. So however you want to feel right now, if you want to be sad, if you want to be happy or angry or just grateful, just allow yourself to feel that. And it's so appropriate for today's meditation on attachment, because I'm going to walk you through revisiting those emotions that we've sort of attached to and allowing ourselves to feel them so we can let them go. One of my favorite books, it's called The Untethered Soul. And it speaks exactly about that. It speaks about sort of visualizing the pain that we keep bringing back through experiences, bad relationships, whatever it is, the habits that we keep doing, feeling those through so that way you don't repeat them. It's kind of like a thorn in your finger or a splint a splinter in your finger, and when it stays there, it develops pus or something around infection, and it doesn't heal until you actually take the splinter out and allow that healing to happen through process. Well, the same thing is about emotion, the same habits, the same anger, the same whatever that thorn is on our side, allowing it to feel through so that way we can heal through it and we don't repeat the habit of it. So that leads to attachment. So we'll just go ahead and get started. Go ahead and find your comfortable seated position. For me, I'm always sitting on this bolster here so you see, but you can do this in a chair. You can do it with your feet on the ground, whatever it is that's comfortable for you. You can sit however you'd like. This is my seated position that I feel most comfortable in, and I always use this first. So find your seated position and just get comfortable. Begin to, you can roll your neck. Come to your breath. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Allowing yourself to just tell your body, I'm here. I'm going to open up. I'm relaxed. I have no intentions. I'm just here right now where I'm at. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Bringing your hands to your knees or cupped on your lap, whatever's comfortable. Rolling your shoulders back, elongating your neck, slowly tilting your jaw, bringing your eye gaze down to the floor or with your eyes softly closed. Really allowing your spine to get long with every breath. Now bring to mind just your breath, your awareness. Allowing yourself to just hear the inhale and the exhale. Soft inhale and exhale. Start to visualize your day today. Don't leave your breath. Just start to visualize the things that happen in your day today. The big things or the small things, anything that comes to mind that you remember from your day. Could be watching the news, running the last minute errands if you're stuck at home, conversations with your coworkers or family, or maybe even a conversation you had with yourself. Just run through your day in your head. Breathing in through your nose every thought and exhaling the passing of the thought. Now bring awareness to a time that you really desired something. Perhaps a relationship with someone that you really wanted to be with. or maybe a job that you applied for and was desperately seeking. Sort of bring to the front of mind that experience. To truly desire something to at any expense to receive it. The attachment to that thing. And visualizing that thing, whatever it is or was. Start to begin and think about the things that you did for that. Perhaps the things out of desperation, or the things that came from fear. As with things that we desperately seek, we begin to control or try to figure out in our minds what we need to do to receive them or gain them. Just visualizing that experience for you and what that was. Now think about right now. In hindsight, whatever those things that you did for that want, would you go back and do it again? Would you experience the pain or the suffering or the lack of peace? Whatever emotion that you experience from wanting that, would you do it again? How would you do it? Would you change anything? Would you desire the same thing? For the next few moments, let us sit with that emotion of knowing what we know now, and experiencing what we desired with the knowledge that we have now. Allow the emotion to play out. Allow yourself to feel that emotion, whatever it is. Is it hurt? Is it emptiness? Let us sit here for a few moments and allow that emotion to fill out. With your next breath, bring to mind a thought that you are currently having today. A thought that is keeping you awake at night. Thought that's bringing fear or anxiety or happiness or love to your heart. With that thought, bring the emotion that comes with it when you start to speak that to your mind. Allowing the emotion to just be. The thought, the emotion, just be. No fear, no anxiety, guided by your breath. Allowing it to release with your exhale. Let us sit and breathe through the emotion. Now slowly begin to bring your right hand to your heart and repeating, I am free. I surrender. I am happy. I let go. And I have peace. continuing on with your breath. And slowly wiggling your fingers and your toes, bringing awareness back to your space where you're seated now. One last deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And opening your eyes. Just remember, guys, these practices are things that you can make your own. These are just your space, your way to release that does not serve you. It's so easy to become attached to what's happening or to a bad experience, a bad conversation. I know several times where I have a bad day at work or with my husband or a relationship, and I allow that feeling to take my whole day. I never forget it. I still drive home to it. I still remember it. And it's as easy as just desiring to let it go and saying, I'm going to experience the emotion. Sometimes I even sit in my car and allow myself to be mad, and then I breathe it out and I let it go. And I just say in my head, I let it go, and I energetically release that and no longer become attached. So these are practices that you can do anytime. I like to think that fear sees a threat and anxiety imagines the threat. So if you have anxiety, it's because you're imagining what's going to happen. If you have fear, it's because you feel threatened by it. But through your breath, you can release yourself from any of that. So I encourage you guys to maybe tomorrow start with a beginner's mind and start anew, and we can all start over. We just have to choose to. So thank you guys. Have a beautiful night. I'll be thinking about you, and I really, really, really feel so blessed and grateful to have you guys watch tonight. And I hope that it has done something for you. Thank you.